Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about the Widowmine drop. So I've got in my previous video I did a potato league about oh, I can barely hear. Music is really loud. In my previous video I did a potato league about how I lost to a Widowmine drop based on my positioning. I was just out of position. So I want to talk about this game here because I kind of figured out how to block this build with my standard build that I do against Terran. So I'm just going to talk about it right now. So my standard build is I do a 1 gate expand into some stalkers, and I get blink. I do Robo Twilight opener. I get blink, and I try to switch into Colossus if he's going bio, and I'll just do Charge Thought Immortal Archon if he's going mech. So my biggest issue with Terran is what kind of openers they have. If they're gonna do a Hellion opener, I really die to those a lot, actually. Hellion openers. I'm trying to figure out what to do about them. But first thing you have to know is if the Terran is going to be cheesing you or not. So I see the barracks. I see that he's on 1 gas, so I'm not worried. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold. This could be I misrallied my drones a little bit.
Your probes are getting wrecked.
One quick thing. I usually don't take my second gas this early. The SCV came into my base, so I took it just so he couldn't block it. That's what this is. If I see any sort of worker come into my base and I don't have this gas, I just take it. Because I'd rather delay something by 25 minerals than to lose my second gas. That's pretty massive. So back to what's going on. So I go in, I see that he's not got any he's not cheesing me. He's not proxying. He's not doing like reactored cyclones on 2 gases or 1 base or anything like that. It looks like he's trying to do just a standard Reaper expand. So I'm gonna let him expand out. I'm gonna let him expand out. I'm gonna go see if he's actually expanding or if he's just faking the expand. And I'm just continuing on with my build right now. I see the Reaper's at home. And now I'm already committed, so I'm just gonna try to kill that guy. So the Reaper's at home. My cybernetics core is a little bit late, but because the Reaper wasn't at home, wasn't coming across the map, I'm not really worried about it. Get the Robo. Get another Stalker here. Now I'm safe. Got my second Nexus up. Now I'm just waiting for the Twilight. Just gotta get 150 minerals. Just gotta do there we go. So I'm on track with my build right now. Now the first thing I'm gonna make out of my because I saw he's doing Reaper expand, he doesn't have second gas. The first thing I'm gonna make out of my Robo is an Observer, because I don't need an Immortal right now, because he isn't making cyclones. He isn't making a whole bunch of tanks to come over to my base. He's doing a standard build right now. So I saw 1 gate Reaper expand on 1 gas. I'm gonna even try to go take my third. I'm progressing in my build as it is. So I'm gonna get blink, as I always do. My first observer is gonna go across the map over to my third. So he's got a Reaper over there. I've already got my pylon down. I'm not trying to expand right now. So I'm gonna get a second observer. I get 3 observers first, because I can usually hold early stuff with just the stalkers, and I'll be able to see by the time my first observer gets across the map. If I need to have more stuff, I can make that before that happens. I make a third observer. So now these observers I'm putting over in the corners. Now, here's where I see what's going on. So, alright, I want to talk about my observer placements. I put 3 observers down. I put an observer here, here, and here. So these 3 spots. This one down here is to see what is he doing, and we'll talk about this in just a second. This one's to see if there's going to be a drop or a liberator coming over this way. This one's to see if there's a drop or a liberator coming up this way. I'm going to sneeze here. Maybe not. But we're going to go back to see my screen here. So I'm coming in to his base to see what's going on. Now what I'm looking for is his composition in the beginning. I'm a diamond Terran and a diamond Zerg, and very soon a diamond protoss. I'm very proud of that. So I know kind of what's going on with his openers. Now I see 2 Widow Mines. What that means, it's going to tell me this is not a 2-1-1. This is not a tank push. This is going to be a Widow Mine drop. Now, if it's a 2-1-1, I need to understand where the drop ship is, where the medevacs are going to come in to drop those Marines. If it's a tank push, I need to be able to stop them being in a very valuable siege position, or a doom drop or something like that. But this Widow Mine drop, I see what's coming. So now, let's take a look. So I see the Widow Mine, and I'm going to go, okay, I need to see if this is just, I see a 3rd Widow Mine, and I'm like, this is definitely a Widow Mine drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, I see the medevac. I know what's going on. I know what's going on now, and it is time for me to get some stalkers out. It's time for me to get some stalkers. So I've got my 3 gates up. I've got my 3 gates up. I'm going to warp in some stalkers. And now all I'm doing is watching the minimap for the dropship. That's all I'm doing. Now, in my last video on the Potato League, what you might have already seen is that... So, yeah, I'm floating a little bit in middle. I'm taking my 3rd and everything like that. So, here's the thing. I see that he's coming with a Widow Mine drop. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of this. I know that all I need to do is defend this Widow Mine drop, and he loses all of this wind out of his sails. The whole purpose of the Widow Mine drop is to come in, get a massive hit on my workers, kill maybe 8 to 10 of my workers, and then kind of go home. And then he has that map control of, I can't leave my base because there's a Widow Mine drop around. If I defend it and he makes me turtle up on 3 bases now, I'm basically fine. 3 bases is my sweet spot as Protoss. I win most of my games if I can get a third base economy up. I win most of my games if I can get 2 bases economy, which I'm already there. I'm already on about 40 workers, so I'm okay. All I'm trying to do is not die to this Widow Mine drop. Now, in the last game, I said it takes 9 volleys to kill 1 dropship. And I said I was going to put like 3-3 around or something like that, but I figured the better way to do this is if I can see where the drop is coming, I can put all of my force in one area, and I can just stop it. So he's still just making Widow Mines is what's going on. But I'm just trying to see, where's this coming in? Is it coming in over here, or is it coming in over here? If he just flies straight up over here and drops it there, that is the smartest dumb thing he could possibly do. It's gonna come into one of these points over here, and it's not like a 2-1-1. A 2-1-1, you can kind of try to walk up the ramp and kill some workers and kill some units and stuff like that. The 2-1-1 is about momentum. A Widow Mine drop is about killing workers. That is the full objective. So I have got 5 stalkers in my main mineral line because I think this is where he's going to come. If he comes over here and I lose this base, I'll just cancel it. I'm not worried about it. But this is what's going on. So let's keep looking. I'm gonna watch the minimap. I'm just watching the minimap. I'm still warping in. I see it. Here. Boom. Right here. Thanks to this guy right here. So I see it come in. Warping in over here in case there's another one or a Liberator follow up on the other side. But I'm already in position. Got it. And what does he do? Exits the game. Good luck. So yeah, he exits the game after that. Because, let's see what he's got followed up after this. Let's take a look. What does he have? He's got 3 Marauders, 3 Widow Mines, and a 3rd CC. So the whole point is to get this hit, kill a bunch of that, force this to come back. I mean, he just doesn't have much. He's got another drop. He wants to come out, but I've already caught the majority of what's going on. He's giving me another 3 Widow Mines. I'm fine. So yeah, after this, I get the GG, and he leaves. So let's talk about this a little bit more. What do you do what do you do against Terran? First, got to get across the map ASAP. Is there a proxy? If there's no proxy, how's his gas? Does he have 1 or 2? If he only has 1, take your expansion. If he has 2 gas, my suggestion, drop your Robo, get your Twilight, do a Immortal Blink Stalker timing on, I would say, 1 base. Just wait till he comes across the map, because he's going to want to be aggressive. But for this, I see, okay, no proxy. He's got his barracks over here. Only 1 gas. I know he's expanding out. All right, I'm going to continue my build. Robo facility, so he's not doing anything with Cyclones, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get an Immortal. I'm not going to get an Immortal. I'm going to get some Observers out first. First Observer comes across the map, sees what he's doing. Is it a 2-1-1? Is it Hellions? Is it Widow Mine drop? It's Widow Mine drop. I always put 2nd Observer, 3rd Observer over here to catch Liberators and stuff like that. And then if it's a Widow Mine drop, you prepare. You keep on your build. Keep working, but don't move across the map. Don't move across the map to attack. Just wait for it to come in, snipe it off, then counter push. So he knew what was coming after that, and I took the game. So hopefully you learned something from this. Hopefully it helps you with your positioning. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks again.